it on YouTube right now. Okay.
Have a delay or anything like Locals does, right?
What? No, we're
It
good.
doesn't have a delay, anything like Locals
No.
does. Like you're always like, give it a minute before it's private.
Yeah. I have to click a button and then it waits a minute before it's private.
Yeah. All right. So I want to go over, and I want y'all to know, like I put this get home bag together today, just as an example. I just want to see if I had extra stuff to do it. And so I'm gonna go over it today, but I'm gonna go over the reason to you're out of timeout. You're on X, Jemima.
Yeah, Jemima, we're all just on X now. You're fine.
Everyone's on
the
X.
timeout. The timeout was only 30 minutes, so by the next show you'll be good to go.
Tell is Ocean in the Telegram chat at all?
No, I don't think so.
He can watch it without having an account, can he? Can he just like go to the link?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Just pull up the link. He's not here.
I can't give him the link anymore.
No, I'm telling him just go to my.
Yeah, but if he's not watching, how's he going to hear this?
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm talking to the wind right now. Is what I'm saying. I'm like an old man shouting at the clouds. So I want to go over get home bags for y'all, and if you have any questions about it.
I have about 4 or 5 different gun options for this, ready to show off.
So mostly where I'm going to take from is from. Oh, it says it right. It's not mirrored. Good. So Tactical Wisdom by Joe Dolio. He has a good chapter in here. It's kind of like a good start to it. It's on page 67. And let me just going to read the beginning of it. The get home bag is a bare minimum bag that you should carry or have available anytime you are away from your house. It will contain some bare minimum gear to allow you to travel on foot from a location that you are stranded at, like work, for example, to get home. In our modern society, where we're working at greater distances from home than ever before, it is not unusual to have a 20 to 40 mile commute to work. Since we generally spend at least a third of our day at work on most days, we should have a plan to get home.
Mm-hmm.
So depending on where I'm at, like if I'm not working from the house, like today I worked from home, I wouldn't go anywhere. My get home bag would be like a fanny pack, just get from the shop to the house.
And I just got a couple Snickers in there.
Yeah, if that's some crayons, it'll be good.
Did you get that Instagram I sent you?
Yes.
The crayon buffet.
Yes. Go back to the red. But my office is 25 miles from 25 minutes from my house.
Yep.
About 30 miles from my house. And that's assuming I don't go to a client's house or anything. Like I've got some clients that live an hour and a half away from me. No, I haven't.
We actually both.
Eberly Stock, I think, makes mine.
I forget who makes mine. But yeah,
I don't wear it very often.
No.
I don't like things around my waist. Like I wear a belt now, and that's like the worst that I'm gonna get. I'll have it sometimes, but I rarely do. I don't really wear it very much. But anyway, so my office is 25 minutes from my house, about 30 miles, because it's all highway to get to my office pretty much. If something were to happen for whatever reason, there's a sustained brownout, right? And I'm on E and I can't get to the house, which is failure plan on my part. I should never be on E. But
yeah, that's a good point.
Then I've got to get home. So I've got to walk. Right. And I've got to make sure I have supplies on me because 30 miles is probably going to take me 24 hours. Right. Because it's not just a straight walk. It's not like I'm walking in a marathon, right? Like there's going to be security issues. There's going to be terrain issues. I might get injured. I might get hurt. I might twist my ankle or something. Right. And so it's going to take me a little bit to get there. If I'm walking on average 3 miles an hour, which can be kind of quick for most people, then you're looking at 10 hours if you're doing it straight. That's a lot of walking, especially up hills. Here in Alabama, we have a lot of hills, a lot of mountains. You may not think it, but we're in the foothills of the Appalachians. There's still some elevation going on here.
Mm-hmm.
And that's 24 hours of trying to get home through the night. Like right now, like in the dead of winter, the sun up here is about 6:37 and the sundown is about 4:30. Right. So I've got 8-9 hours of daylight at most. And that's if the event happened in the morning and I can walk in that whole 9 hours. Otherwise, I'm walking at night, which, depending on where you're at, that may be the best option, because if there's a brownout for long enough, as anybody who's seen any city that's had a brownout for, 12 hours to 24 hours, looting begins to happen. A lot of crime ends up happening because there's no security, there's no lights, there's no electric, and there's police aren't responding to anything. So there's kind of like a without rule of law event happening on a micro level. So that's the purpose of the get home bag, is to have the supplies you need to get you from your work or wherever you're at that day and get you home to where most of your supplies are, and you're much more able to weather through any type of event. Right. People used to love the bug out bag. Like, if the end of the world as we know it comes, then I'm just going to go out to the forest and I'm going to hunt, and like you and everybody else, brother. Like, how many deer are going to be left, do you think, in 2 months? None. Now y'all going to be eating slugs. That's what's going to end up happening. So I'm much more of a fan of the get home bag than I am a bug out bag, but they're both two different names for very similar applications.
Yeah.
Do you have a get home bag put together?
I do. Yeah.
How far is your commute?
It's about 20 miles, about 25 minutes total. And it is almost all, it's a 2-lane highway through the woods. So depending on the situation, whatever happens, like walking along the highway, is probably doable because there's not really population up here, right?
Mm-hmm.
But say what happens is like a natural event, like a forest fire, like my 1 or 2 roads to get back home might be blocked due to fire or something like that, so my walk could be 20 miles through thick woods across lakes and rivers, things like that.
Yeah. I mean, if I went just in a straight line from my office to my house, I would cross 4 to 5, maybe even 6, depending on if I'm trying to avoid elevation, 2-lane highways, but I will never cross an interstate if I just went straight, line, as a bird flies, right?
Right.
And it's all woods going through that. And it's a lot of hills, being in the foothills down here. So that would be rough. And that might be the most secure way of getting home. It's just going to take me longer than a day.
Yep.
Yeah, I might be walking at most a mile an hour, going through very thick vegetation. And so I've got to be able, okay, so if that does take me more than a day, I've got to be able to bed down at night. Or maybe I bed down during the day and only travel at night and for security purposes, right? So these things you got to think about. So before you start building any type of get home bag, my suggestion is look at where you go on a normal day. Maybe you do sales and you drive in a certain territory, or you work in some type of service industry and you're having to go to people's houses. Like, what is the area that you're most often in, and plan from that? Mm-hmm. How would you get home? Right?
Think of the most likely scenarios too.
Yeah. Like a major storm comes through. Like we had the ice storm in 2014 here in Alabama, and people were stranded and they had to get off the highway, abandon their car on the highway, and go down to strangers' houses and ask to sleep on their couch because they couldn't get home because there's 2 inches of ice everywhere.
Yeah. Up here we get what they call dare echoes, which are straight line winds of 100 miles an hour, right? That will just knock down every tree at about 10 feet up and just lays them all flat into like an impenetrable wall, and power will be out for a week up here in some areas.
Yeah. So I'm going to go through what I have in my bag, or just the bag I put together today. This is not even the bag I usually have. I just want to see if I can just put up together another one with a bunch of stuff that I have. And I don't think I did too bad. So this wouldn't be the bag I use. Like, this is way too tactical for me to use. But I have this. This is just an extra bag I have. This is just a Marine Corps day pack. I got it on a surplus site for like $20. Right. And I use this in Afghanistan. This thing will outlive me. It's super durable. I've done a couple things to it. I put some like glow in the dark zipper tabs on it so I can see this at night and see where my zippers are. But these things, you don't have to spend a lot on a bag. It just needs to have enough size you can fit as much stuff into it, because you're going to have something that's on your back that's going to weigh 25 to 30 pounds, right? And if you're not used to walking with 25 to 30 pounds, build something like this out and walk a mile, 2 miles a day, right? And not fast, like fast enough to where you're a little bit out of breath. It's hard to make a conversation, because you're breathing a little bit, but you don't have to be running.
Yeah.
But just get used to this, because the last thing you want to do the first time you put this thing on is when you need it, because then it's going to wear you out. It's going to tear you up. So this thing is not expensive at all. So it's just really made of one main pouch up here, and then there's a smaller pouch right here. So I'm gonna go on the smaller pouch first, and just show you all some of the things I just threw in here, and I'll explain why. So first thing is I just have some gloves. These are just mechanics gloves. They're multicam. I use them around the farm, so they fit my hands pretty good now. They've got some briars in them. I can feel it hitting my knuckle right now, which is not fun. But you need something to protect your hands. Be a good idea. So first thing I have is some gloves. I have a headlamp. This is just a Prince Tech, or this is a Petzl. This is just and it's got white light, and it's got red. I think it's got blue. If I can get to it, maybe green. Yep. No. And it's just so I can see at night if I need to. The red light. The reason you use red light at night is it is because of the UV spectrum. It is much harder to see at night in distances. Right? White light you can see for forever.
Also, right? The red light will keep your night vision much better.
It will help you from destroying your night vision, so you can see better at night. I have a Shimog. This is just a American flag one. I think I got it free with purchase on something else. I wouldn't use it. I mean, maybe, right? I would probably go something more earth tones. Maybe that's just the Marine in me, but like normal everyday person would probably use this. So I probably should use it just so I don't look like I'm military. But it's just something to wrap around my neck in case it gets cold. I can keep the wind off my neck. I can cover my head and kind of break up my outline if I'm in the woods or something. Or it's just something to help keep me warm, or I can use it to make a cravat. I can use it for a bunch of different applications, right? It's just something good to have. These are cheap. You can get these for like $15. They sell them on all like military sites. They loved them in Afghanistan, so you can find them everywhere. Got a pair of binoculars. These are my dad. These are my dad's, and my dad probably had them 25 years before he died. They don't even they just kind of flop around now, right? Like they don't stick anymore, but they're decent. They're Bushnells, and I can see for a while. I just kind of they don't stay together. I just have to hold them. But I've got them zoomed. I've got them figured to my eyesight, and they're fine. You don't have to spend any money on these things, man. You can go to surplus stores. You can find stuff off, Facebook Marketplace, whatever. You don't need to buy anything super expensive. I got another little pocket here. So I just have a bushcraft knife in here. This is from Georgia Bushcraft. And this is just a Scandi grind knife. And I've got a ferro rod on the sheath itself. So if I need to start fire, I can do that. If you don't know how to start a fire with just a ferro rod, you need to learn. Because although it's much better to have access to like a Bic lighter because it's much more guaranteed, those things run out of fuel, they leak,
they break,
they break, they get, you lose them,
the flints, all of it. So
having the ability to make fire without a lighter of some sort, you're going to want to be able to, and it's a good skill to have. Like if my 6-year-old daughter can do it, you can.
It's my 7-year-old's favorite toy.
Like we go out to our property and we'll go there, they'll get a bunch of sticks together, and I'll pull like some pocket lint out, and we'll use that to start it, and we'll get the fire, and that's how we start our fires. We don't do it by lighter when we're at the land. Now here at the property, when I'm burning limbs and stuff, I'm getting out the propane tank and the blowtorch, right, to get that thing started. But when we're out, it's a good skill for them to know how to use. I've got some Blackbeard, just fire starter basically. This will make a bunch of fires.
What is that?
It's called Blackbeard Fire Starter.
Yep. I use those. Those are awesome.
Right, you just need like the smallest section off of here.
It's almost it's like a cotton ball dipped in wax and compressed really tight.
If anybody that does any type of bushcraft knows what char cloth is, that's what it is. And it's basically cloth that all of the moisture's been dried out of it so that it catches real fast. Thought I had a whistle here. Maybe it's in another pocket. So that's, so far the small pocket. Does any questions on any of that? Any questions like why I have something that I haven't properly explained?
No, that all makes a lot of sense to me, at least so far.
If anything comes up, post it, guys, and I'll answer it. All right, my big pocket, and this is where most everything is. First thing I have in here is just a boonie cap, right? So if I'm walking somewhere, I want the sun off of my neck too. So I'll wear something like this because, like a ball cap, the sun's hitting your neck, especially if you're walking for a while and the sun's behind you. It's going to burn your neck. Right? Yeah, you can have a smog, but if it's hot outside, you don't want something around your neck sweating. Now you could, soak it in water and keep it around your neck to keep you cool, but you still want something to keep the sun off you. So I usually just, and they can be folded up really easy and put in a really small package. Doesn't take a whole lot. So just a hat of some sort. This is paper and writing utensils. So this is just a notebook basically with a Write in the Rain notebook.
That's, yeah.
Right. And I've got a pencil and a Write in the Rain pen. In case I need to leave somebody a note, in case I
need write a last will and testament as you bleed out.
Yeah. In case I need to take notes of something that I saw. Right. So you want to have some type of paper, and having some type of paper that can write in the rain as well, because it may be raining on you is a good idea. Something else I have in here. Does anybody know what this is?
Silcock.
So this is a Silcock key. For those of you that may not know, if y'all ever see the side of like a commercial building and they have a faucet or they have a spigot, but there's like no faucet on it, that's what these are used to turn on. Right, so if I'm walking from my office and I'm going past a commercial building and I'm out of water, right? If I could have a Silcock key, I can go turn their water on, fill up my jug, whether it's an Algene bottle, canteen, water bottle I still have at the office, whatever, right? I could turn the water on. It gives me access to commercial water, assuming water's still flowing.
For me, something like that would be useless to me because I'm not going to come across a commercial building with a.
Well, you know what? You'd be surprised.
Well,
you might run across one in the woods you had no idea was there.
True. But like for me, like that sort of space would be better utilized with like a life straw. Something to pull water out of a lake or river, because I'm far more likely to come across that. So you gotta modify this stuff to what makes most sense for you in your situation.
So in that case, in case I don't have access to water, I've got a Sawyer water kit in here, right? So I've got the water filter here. I've got the little baggie to fill in the water and filter it through and all that. So in case I don't have access, so I've got a redundancy built in just in case, right? Or you could have a life straw. Life straw works too. I've also got an H2Go, which is made by Cana Provisions. And what it does is it uses electricity and salt water to create chlorine.
Okay.
So you can basically purify water.
I was just saying one of the bottles, like one of my water bottles in my bag is a what do they call it? The Grail.
Yeah.
You've seen those. So that's nice too.
That gets out like gross sediment and stuff, but you still need to purify it.
Yeah.
Right. So you use one of those to get all the sediment and everything out. And a lot of times, a lot of bacteria, most gross bacteria, anyway, large amounts of bacteria,
But it won't do like chemicals, for instance. I don't think, right? There's chemicals in the water.
Yeah, it won't get any of that out. That's why you either want to boil it, or if you don't have time for that, you can use chlorine or
iodine
pills, or tablets or whatever, and have those as well. But I have a redundancy built in for that. And I'm not saying you should use these people. This is just an old bag ad.
Okay. They do send you a lot of free stuff.
They do, man. I got so much free stuff from them. This is so I've got some more fire starter stuff in here. Just got some Zippo all weatherproof matches. And I've got some more redundancy. This is Acadia Provisions personal water decon kit. These are like $6, I think. It's got 10 purification tablets, 6 anti-diarrheal tablets, 4 towelettes, 4 rubber bands, 4 alcohol wipes, 4 waterproof bandages, 2 triple antibiotic ointment individual packets, and 2 safety pins. I think it's like $6 or $10.
Nice.
They usually during Black Friday or something, they have a huge deal on these. I've got a bunch of these, and I just have them in packs all over. I got one in my pack I usually take to the office. I've got one in here. I've got one just in my car. Right, you never know if you're going to need it, and they're cheap, and why not? At worst, I'll use the anti-diarrheal from eating Taco Bell for lunch. Who knows? And then what else I got? Oh, I got some. So this is, I can't remember the term for it. This is made in Norway, and it is basically just chapstick, but it can be used to waterproof things. It can be used for a bunch of different, but it's like an all natural chapstick basically. And I got it. Man, I've had this thing. It's like half used. Man, I got this thing in like 2018. I had this thing for like 8 years. It's been a long time. I think I just moved to Alabama. So again, y'all can see like I've got redundancies built in. What's next? Oh, this is just a tarp. That's actually a poncho. It's a military poncho, and I've got about 75, maybe 80 yards of 550 line in here, and some stakes.
Nice.
Some camping stakes, right? And so I create a shelter. We just create a quick A-frame shelter if I want to. I've got some extra 550 cord in there in case I want to use it for anything. But this is just if it's storming or something and I need to bed down for the day or the night, or I want to get out of the sun for a while, this takes 3 minutes to throw this thing up. 30 seconds to pull it down. I can stuff it all in here. That's all this is. This is probably 2.5 pounds. I'm running out of places to put all this stuff. All right. What else I got here? MREs. Food. Highly suggested. You need calories. You're walking a long distance. The last thing you want to do is be dehydrated and hungry. If y'all have never gotten the shakes from being hungry and having your blood sugar down so low, it's not fun. I can tell you. I've done it a few times. Here we go. So yeah, I've got 2 MREs in here. These are EverSafe meal kits. So these are like civilian versions of MREs that I got a long time ago. I think these have the heater in them. Yeah, they do.
For my go bag or whatever you want to call it, I like to use either the first strike rations. They're the 24-hour ones that it doesn't have the heater. It's the super
like the meat stick in it.
The meat stick. It's got the little Italian beef sandwich sort of thing. It's nothing you heat up or anything like that. It's super disgusting for the most part, but it's
not bad.
No, they're really not too bad actually. But it's super small. It's compact, and it's got 24 hours of like 3,000 calories worth.
Yeah, it's got like 3,000. I think the winter rations have 5,000 calories in them. We got those in Afghanistan in 2009. Those and the halal meals that we were to give out.
The humanitarian ones?
No, like these were just like straight. These are actually really good. The halal ones we got. we used to eat them and not give them out because we just needed something different than MREs all the time. We ate all the halal meals, a lot of curry. But yeah, I mean, get some type of dehydrated food.
Yeah,
is good.
the brand new close combat rations are available to the public now. Those are it's like almost all like energy gels and
yeah,
I mean literally the most processed food you can possibly imagine, but
super easy to digest.
Well, hey, you won't need anti-diarrheal tablets, that's for sure.
That is true. So I have a whistle as a signaling device. So in case, God forbid, I get like down a ravine and I can't get up it, I can signal for help of some sort. You want to have some type of signaling because you might be able to have to communicate somebody. You may meet somebody on the route that's going the same way you do, and you've developed some trust with them. You want to have some way to be able to communicate with them in case something happens. And then I have an old compass that was my grandfather's from World War II. I've got this in there. Like I should keep it as a collector's item, but it's so beat up that like it works, but it's like I can't do anything with it. But I've got this in there because I've got to know which direction I'm going. Because if you're in deep vegetation, it's hard to tell which way the sun's coming. So having a compass to be able to keep you on bearing is a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Some things I don't have in here, and I just didn't have time to do today, throwing this thing together for y'all, was printed maps and laminated maps.
I was going to ask you about that with the compass.
Yeah, that way, like I can get an idea of, what the major routes coming through are so I can prepare for them as I'm coming up on them. Because if it's an issue where there's a lot of like roving band of opportunistic criminals, then you want to stay away from any major thoroughfares. You want to cross them very quickly, right? So being aware that they're coming up is a good idea, as well as if you're coming across any military installations, police stations, things like that. So you can know where you're at basically.
Yeah.
And if you get lost, you know how to get your bearing when you see some type of major terrain feature to be able to get you back on track and where you're going. Because there's nothing worse than getting lost and it's not your fault and you're following somebody else. You haven't been paying attention because you've been following somebody else the whole time. Like never let women lead you anywhere because they have no sense of direction whatsoever. My wife is going to hate me when she's probably going to text me in a minute yelling at me for that. But she knows it. She knows it. She's not good at directions.
It has taken my wife, and no offense, I hope this is the truth and you know it, a minimum of 3 to 4 years once we move to a new place to like get to be able to drive around without, get on her phone.
Yeah. Yeah, because like why, especially since the invention of GPS and like maps or whatever, right?
It's ruined a lot of people.
Like no one even knows the names of roads anymore.
Yep.
They just know it's a left. Right. Like when I tell my wife, well, you want to go north from here? She's like, north? Just tell me, am I taking the left to Dairy Queen or not? Like, you're taking the left to Dairy Queen. That's going north. And it's ruined a lot of people.
Yeah.
I remember back in the day, we were talking about this we had a family over from mass on Saturday or from church on Saturday. And we were talking about, like I was explaining to them when my wife and I first got married. And we took a trip and I had to print out MapQuest and follow directions like I was a pirate, trying to go somewhere. Right. My kids would never know what to do with that now.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't do it. And that we're so spoiled. What happens if the GPS system gets jammed and goes down? Right. Which has happened in Iran, like the last 45 days.
Yeah.
So if you're over there as a cab driver and you don't know the names of roads, you're screwed. You're depending on Schways or whatever they use in Iran. You're in a bad spot.
You're using the Russian, what's the Glasnost or whatever.
Yeah. So that is what I have in my bag as far as.
What about the guns?
So this is what I have in my bag right now. It's just my
CZ
Shadow compact. I don't have the carry because I bought this 2 weeks before the carry came out.
And he'll never ever not resent that.
I will never ever. Like, to be honest with you, I wouldn't buy the carry now anyway, because this trigger is way better than the carries. But the peace of mind of knowing of having that
striker or not striker pin,
the drawing a blank.
The hammer safety, the
Yes.
fire pin block.
Yes. So that's the only.
Wow.
But to be honest with you, I carry in double action anyway, right? And I've gotten used to shooting with double action,
right,
on my first shot. So I mean, that's a safety as it gets.
And you
right?
can
That's
still like what quarter
full-time
cock that
pull.
thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can do that. Like it's a half cock now,
Right. Yeah, I mean,
right?
but very unlikely something's going to happen to.
But the trigger on the single action, man, or the double action, I mean, is so nice. Such a I shoot so well with this gun. It's crazy. I'm hitting like a miniaturized C-zone steel target at like 65 yards, 9 out of 10 times.
I honestly don't know why they went. Why? I don't know. Why do they go striker fired? I mean, I know why. I get why. But
I mean, I'm way quicker with my Glock. Way quicker. Right? My
with first shot. Yeah.
My first shot's way faster with my Glock. Because and on this,
but I bet your splits are faster with that thing.
A lot as I'm going out, right? But my Glock, man, because I don't have to worry about doing a safety or a really heavy trigger. Like my first shots. Now I'm not a sub-second guy whatsoever. Like I don't have the time to practice that much.
Right.
I got a family and a farm. It's not happening. But I'm a solid at worst 1.5 seconds. Right. But I carry appendix. I don't carry 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock. Right. So I'm a little bit faster because of that. But even as a big guy, I carry appendix. I have no problem with it. But I don't have the time to practice to get the faster. 1.5 seconds going to have to do. Right. That guy's faster than 1.5 seconds. I'm going to meet my Lord. That's what's going to happen. Like that guy is obviously willing to put in the time and effort to be better than just about everybody else.
Yeah.
But that's what I have today. Right. I may have my Glock 19 in mind. And normally, like I wouldn't be walking with this thing on me appendix. Like I've thought about putting in like an outside the waistband holster as well with it.
It's not a bad idea.
It'd be a lot more comfortable to carry as I'm walking. I mean, I could just shift it to inside the waistband at like 3 or 4 o'clock, and it'd be a little bit more better. But like if I had to cinch down that belt, man, that would hurt for after a while. After walking, who knows, 2-3 miles, it's gonna hurt. But that's what I would carry. What do you got?
Oh, I got lots of things. Because I find firearms for this sort of purpose it's been like the most exciting area of development in firearms. I feel like over the last.
You're talking like PDWs and PCCs.
Yeah, PDWs, PCCs, that sort of thing. Like over the last 5 years, so many cool guns have come out in that area. Yeah. So let's see here. Where do we want to start? Well, we'll start small and go big. So give me a second here.
So while he's doing that, I want to get a Springfield Kuna because there's a company that makes a lower for it now that you can put a super safe trigger or a force reset trigger into it. And you do that and get a can on some type of like Chemo or Xeno hub lock system, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So one of my options is actually the Springfield Kuna here. Let's see if I can get a good. It just does not work great. Hold on. Let me turn on more lights. Make this brighter.
For those of y'all so a PDW is a personal defensive weapon, what it's most commonly known as. There might be some other changes to some of the letters in there, but that's mostly what you're going to see. PCC is a pistol caliber carbine. Right, so like an AR with a 9mm, right? Like that would be considered a PDW, right? Because the barrel's like 6 inches, like it's super short.
Okay, so here's the Kuna. So yeah, this is No, this is kind of both a PCC and a PDW, right?
I think it's considered a PD. That's a problem with these monikers, right? Like they're so nebulous.
They're not official or anything like
Right.
that. So this
Like,
is a 9mm. So it just takes 9mm, like most of your pistols do. 30 caliber or 30 round proprietary magazine, which is one of the downsides in their plastic. So they can break.
Don't they they'll take the Scorpion magazines, won't they?
It's a good question. I haven't tried.
No. So the lower I was looking at takes the Scorpion magazines.
Okay.
That's what
Yeah. But you see, I got this one with a red dot and light, but I do not have a 9mm can. So
is that your next purchase?
Somewhere down the road. I don't know about next.
You get one that's hub compatible so you can put it on real quick. I saw Dirty Civilian did a really good video like a month ago. They did a really cool trick they did was they put electrical tape on a suppressor, and if you have a direct thread suppressor, you put it on, just thread and just pull spin it on. Man, I've got a 22 with a 22 suppressor that I use for it all the time.
Yeah,
it's a direct thread. I was like, oh, I'm doing that. Don't leave it on because it'll burn on, but you got to get it off. But yeah, I was like, man, those little things that are starting to happen because suppressors are much more common now.
Right.
So we're starting to see little things like that are coming out.
Yep.
Like
little quality of life improvements.
Yeah, exactly. I was listening to Focus Trip. He had the guys on from Troy, Armory Armaments, whatever this Troy, whatever. And they were talking about some of the things they're doing. And they were just making like they're kind of criticizing some other companies and what they do because they're just basically chasing marketing.
Yeah.
But they just some of the stuff they're talking about that they do, especially with their supposedly they're claiming to have the quietest, least flash, and most durable 5.56 can on the market right now. Because they're kind of criticizing that ambient arms suppressor that's claiming to be cooled from external air or whatever.
Right.
Like everything that the ambient arms is claiming, like they're basically claiming it could be cheap, fast, and good, right? Like you
only get 2 of those 3.
Yeah. So they're like, no, we got all 3 this time. And everybody's like,
did you? But yeah, so just to kind of so here's one option in this kind of category. To compare it to another option, that category would be this is the SP5K, the civilian version. So they're both 9mm roller delayed PDWs with folding braces. But
keep in mind with a PDW or even a PCC, your longest you're really going to shoot out to is 100 yards at most.
Yes. Yep.
Right.
Because really these barrels and these 2 guns are not much longer than what's in my 9mm handgun. Mm-hmm. So you're not getting much increased velocity. You're really getting no extra power. You're getting, a more braced firing position, and probably, depending on what the setup is, better optics. But that's about it.
Yeah, it's the same thing with like the Flux, right? Or Palmetto State's got their own coming out. I can't remember what they called it. All it is a pistol that's a little bit more stable, right? That's what allows you to get faster shots and longer shots, or 8 shots. Like if you're wanting something with, reach out to 250, 200 yards, you're looking more like a 300 blackout.
Why are you zooming in, camera? Hold on.
Do I need to bring up the picture again?
No.
But so the guy who runs Christian Warrior Training did a bunch of testing on like PDWs and stuff for church security, right? And basically, he rated them by like most reliable and accurate and most affordable, right? And he's kind of, rating them based on that. And the one that came out on top for him was the Jackal 300 blackout pistol. It was the most accurate, most reliable. I can't hear you.
I know I'm yelling at my camera. I don't want you hearing me yelling voice.
But you're looking at me and
I know.
talking.
I know.
I can't hear you, man. So the 300 blackout Jackal pistol, which you can get for like $900,000 or whatever, it came out on top for him because the 300. I love 300 blackout. Like I'm not using 300 blackout to go more than 200 meters anyway, 200 yards, whatever standard of length you want to use. But it's the best benefit about 300 blackout is it's super quiet, like movie quiet. If you want it to be, if you get some subs and a good can on that thing, it's super quiet. Like right now, my 300 blackout is basically it's the Palmetto State mixtape before it was the mixtape. Like I basically built a mixtape from their own parts before they put out the mixtape. And I've got a 300.
So here's actually the 300 Jackal pistol.
Yeah, that would fit in a backpack easy.
It does. Yep.
Yeah.
That's generally what I have my can on.
Yeah. Was that the Dead Air?
Dead Air, yeah.
Is that the Sandman X?
Yes, correct. So yeah, I mean, with the can off, and with the brace folded, it's 3 or 4 inches longer than those 9mm PDWs. It's definitely heavier, right? But like you said, it's got a lot more capability.
Yeah. We've got like 4 or 5 people who are watching it right now, and we're really impressed that I knew exactly what can that was. Right.
Yeah.
The only reason I know what can it was
I've told you.
because I've been looking at buying one for like 6 months, and I look at it all the time. Like,
I like it a lot. I mean, it's my only one, so I don't have experience with any others.
Yeah.
But I have I forget which.
Well, it's got the Xeno hub now is because the Chemo, they had issues with the Chemo hitting baffles.
Yeah. So I have the Chemo because that's what.
Okay.
Is
now it was specifically the Saker. No. Which one was it? It was specifically one Dead Air silencer that was doing it with the Chemo, but the Xeno apparently fixed that.
Yeah, it was their 5561 that kind of gave them a bad name for a while. I forget what they called it.
Yeah, and they weren't like warranting them for whatever reason. It was taking like 2 years to get it fixed, and it was a big debacle. But I've been looking at getting the Sandman X for a while. I just haven't pulled the trigger. I mean, I've got a Huxworks. And when it comes to like 5.56 specifically, you're not going to get a whole lot of sound suppression. You're going to get some, but you're more looking for like flash suppression more than anything.
Yeah.
And with the flow of the Huxworks, that's why I went with it, because that way I don't have a bunch of gas in my face. Because my 300 blackout, when I'm shooting that thing, like I am breathing it, man. Like it is a cloud of witnesses constantly in my face. How heavy is that gun? Old Jemima wants to know.
I haven't weighed it. I didn't look at it. The specs memorized, but it's 7 pounds.
Yeah,
it because it's got that different operating system from an AR. It's definitely heavier for its size.
Yeah.
But it's significantly heavier than those 9mm PDWs, but it's really not too bad.
Yeah. And that's kind of the trade-off. Like you're always going to have to take some and give some with a lot of these. Like if you want more capability or more, ability to reach out, you're going to go with a bigger round than a 9mm, right? But if you're just looking at having more firepower within 100 yards or maybe even 50 yards, you're going to go with the SPK, or you're going to go with the, any type of PDW, maybe even the Flux, right? It's going to give you more capability than just having a firearm, a pistol. Because my pistol, even if I have, say my Glock, I've got a mag extension on it, which gives me an extra 3 rounds, right? It's still only 18 plus 1, 18 in the mag and 1 in the chamber. It's only 19. Whereas 1 mag on a Kuna will have 30.
Right. Yeah, the Flux, I really wish this wasn't the 320 base one. But the Palmetto's version looks pretty cool. Might have to look into that. But yeah, what's nice about this is these are the smaller mags, but you can get the 30 round P320 mags and have basically 60 rounds there. You know, you got a nice light on it, your red dot, and you get that little bit of extra connection support.
Yeah. And that would be like, I've seen some guys holster those things.
I have a holster for it. I haven't ever worn it, but I do have a holster for it.
Yeah. And so like it's not a more powerful round. It's just giving more stability so you can be more accurate.
Yeah, and the barrel, it's I mean, this really is just a 320 with that brace on it. So it's a little bit more stable.
Yeah. And that's something you can easily put in a backpack, right? A get home bag of some sort. If you're not wanting to carry the firearm on you.
Yep.
Or maybe you decide, hey, I'm going to carry a pistol caliber carbine on me, of some type. Maybe it's like a little 6-inch AR chambered in 9mm, or maybe chambered in 40 or 10mm, right? Whatever it is.
One of my kind of favorite options for this sort of thing. So this is a Smith & Wesson FPC folding pistol carbine, or I think that's what it stands for. This is in 10mm, and it I don't know, it's probably what, 16 inches long here, and you just unfold it, and so you actually do get a longer barrel. I think it's a 16-inch barrel because it has a full stock on it.
Yeah.
So even a 9mm, this would get a little bit extra velocity than over your handgun. But what I really like about this is that it takes, stupid camera. It carries 3 magazines, 2 down here, and then of course 1 loaded. But it takes M&P mags. So if I have my 10mm M&P as my carry gun that day, they're fully interchangeable completely.
Yeah. See, that's a good option too. Do we have 104 people watching us?
The way it counts Twitter viewers, is it
like cumulative?
Cumulative, yeah.
I'm about to say. Let's see. Do I have anything else I want to show? Oh, first aid kit.
Yes.
Your good home bag. Have one. I'm not going to show you. Y'all have seen them before. You can see them online anywhere. But just have one in there, because and even one that just has like Band-Aids and stuff in it. I'll have that in there. I just looked at my belt behind me. I was like, oh yeah, first aid kit. That'd be a good idea. Have one of those just in case. Last thing you want is like have a laceration and you bleed out 10 miles from home.
Yeah, right.
All right. Let me see. Let me consult the book.
But with all the guns, the key is have something. Obviously, you should have something on you at all times, anyways.
Need something to protect you.
But if you can have something a little bit more, even.
So some other things in here that he lists in the book. So if you don't have this, get this. This is number 1, right? Let's get number 1. Some things that I haven't put in there, like one of them's like duct tape, right? You always want to, because you can use duct tape as first aid.
You say you probably should have that in your first aid kit.
Yeah. I usually have a Bic lighter with duct tape wrapped around it. I got about 10 feet of duct tape wrapped around it, so I can just pull off and keep it that way. Hygiene kit, right? Some way to brush your teeth, gel wipes or something. And let's see some other things I missed. Radio, right? Even just that pulls up radio stations. So in case there's some type of emergency broadcast, you can hear it.
Yeah.
Because they're going to replay that over and over, especially on like the NOAA stations. Having some way to listen to that. Extra socks is always a good idea. The one thing they always told us in the Marine Corps, if you were hurt or whatever, was drink water, take Motrin, change your socks. So now it's like it's
drink water, take Motrin, and change your shots.
Now it's just like a running joke with anybody who's ever been in the military. Did you drink water, Marine? Did you drink water? Change your socks? I know your leg's broken, but did you change your socks?
Take ibuprofen for that yet?
See, I got shelter, got blades, You know, you always want to have more than one blade, either like a pocket knife and a fixed blade.
Yes.
If you're a man and you're not carrying a folding knife on you, you're wrong. One, your father failed you, and so did your grandfather and every uncle you ever had.
My grandfather, for my 6th birthday, bought me my first pocket knife and taught me how to use it.
Yep. Extra socks, a jacket would be a good idea, but you know, you have a poncho that works too. Extra batteries for anything that takes batteries, you know, in case you didn't check the batteries when you were, you know, checking it. You should be checking it like every month.
Yeah.
Make sure batteries are good, switching out batteries, things like that.
Yeah, USB solar charger wouldn't be a
Mhm.
terrible idea either.
Yeah, they're okay, right? Like if you keep them charged, they're fine. But if like you actually want them to charge with the sun, like you're gonna be home before that thing's charged.
No, man. Have you seen some? I got some that fold out probably almost as long as my arm,
Oh, really?
and they will charge a phone in 45 minutes.
Really?
If it, I mean, unless it's like super cloudy,
Yeah.
but parts on, they will charge a phone pretty quick.
Like I've got like the little battery bank with a solar panel on it.
No, I'm talking like the fold out.
Like I've got one of those in the car.
Okay, yeah,
Right. That's in the, you know, the pocket behind the seat.
yeah,
But it's heavy is the issue.
it is. They're pretty solid.
So that's why I wouldn't carry it. But yeah, I mean, that's everything he goes over. Like his next one is the belt kit. Like if you want to have somebody with a belt kit that operates similarly. And then he gets into like an ED. We might go through an EDC bag next time. I'll show you also, like I do a speedball. Those of y'all that don't know what a speedball is. When
Out Ant, these kind of speedball guys.
Yeah, he knows exactly what a speedball is. So when some type of direct action unit, if they're in a sustained firefight, they would normally have some type of bird or somebody come in and drop a backpack full of magazines, pretty much. Right? That's a speedball. It's just a bunch of extra ammo. It might have an OFAC in there too, might have some batteries too, but it's mostly ammo. So I've got things like that stashed in different places. We'll say. But I've also got some, like if I take a trip somewhere and I'm going to be more than like 2 hours away from the house, I'm bringing a speedball and a rifle.
Yeah.
Right? Because if something happens, we have some like riot or something, I'm getting home. I've got a wife, 3 girls, and a son. Like I'm getting home, right? Or I'm going to be dead. It's going to be one or the other. Like you're not going to stop me. Right? And so I always have those things capable in case I need them. And it's funny because I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and I told him that, and like everybody knows me at church is like I'm the military guy, right? And like they know, like that's what I do. That and money are the 2 things I'm known for, right? Not giving out money, but you know, teaching people how to better use their money. Right. But he was shocked. He's like, you get a rifle if you're going to like from here to Huntsville is like 2 hours, right? He said, you'd bring a rifle? I was like, hell yes. He's like, do you know how many towns I have to go through to get to Huntsville? You know how many of those towns are nothing but rednecks and minorities? Like, I'm going to get home. Right? I've never seen a sundown town in Alabama. I'm told they're here by people who don't live here, right?
Of course.
But I've never seen one. But I don't want to run into one for the first time I've ever seen. Like I've never been to Selma either, right? But I don't think it's not a sundown town. But there might be
either hit Rosa Park. Never mind.
They just asked her to move over, man. That's how. that's how dramatic women are. I just asked her to move over.
Never mind.
Did you watch that John Doyle video on her?
I cannot stand him, but yes.
Those are actually really, I can't stand them either, but those videos are really good.
They are.
Yeah, they've been really good. But yeah, I'm getting home. Like for example, I usually go down to the beach, Orange Beach or something down the coast of Alabama. If y'all didn't know, Alabama has the best beaches in the United States.
I have heard that actually,
bar none. And I've been to I've lived in Florida. The Gulf beaches are the best anyway. But Alabama portion of the Gulf beaches are the best. So like you have Gulf Shores, you have Orange Beach, areas like, and then you get into like Pensacola area, like Destin and stuff. It's still good. It's just the way more people over there. But I go down to the beach, once a year normally, and I'm taking it. In fact, 2 weekends from now, I'm going to Auburn. I'm taking my boy to go to a basketball and a baseball game in one weekend. They're at a point. The Auburn team is actually bad enough that I can afford tickets this year, and I'm taking it with me. And that's an hour and 45 minutes from here, right? Because I'm not going to be caught flat-footed. Like, I'm getting my boy home, right? You're not going to stop me. I'm also going to have bear mace in the door as well. So if I roll up on a riot, the Antifa riot, and they're blocking the roads, everybody getting sprayed.
You need to get some of those the Havocs from
I know. You can get like civilian quality flashbangs. They're not reusable like those, like the whatever they
right.
are. But like they're like $40 each.
Really?
You just have to do like a quick 15-minute class on their website that's mandated by the federal government, and you can buy them.
So what you do is you use the reusable ones for training, and then you buy the disposable ones for when you actually need to use life.
I mean, you could use the disposable ones but like put like some string on it. You throw it and then pull it back in.
Bam, bitch.
put it on a fishing rule. Gotcha. What'd you pick that one up for? Now you got 2 less fingers.
So that video from Minneapolis, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was a guy.
That was a dude.
That was a dude. There was an Native American dude.
Did not look like one.
Did not sound like it.
That testosterone was real low on that one.
Yep.
Man. All right. What else we want to go over? Anything?
I'm
gonna give y'all the choice for next time we get together. I'm gonna go over something else in this book. I'm gonna tell Joe I'm using his book too.
I have all his books.
Maybe he'll pull up.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
The bare minimum supply. Well, we've kind of done that already. I don't want to do that again. We'll do like the patrol or EDC bag. We got that, or organizing a team. Y'all let me know what y'all want to do. Join Telegram. I'll put a poll up in Telegram.
What is the difference between what we just talked about in an EDC bag?
What's the difference? An EDC bag is going to be something you have on you every day that you're going to carry around with you, and it's not just like sitting in your car to help you get home.
Okay, so it's something you literally have on you.
Yeah, all of that. Like I have a backpack, in addition to my work bag, like wherever I go, and it's got things in it.
Right.
Neat. It'll be some of it's just like a notebook or the book I'm reading for the week, or like I've got a tourniquet in it. And some boo-boo stuff, and
we could do I suppose what I carry is probably more an EDC bag than a bug-out bag, because it's basically first an IFAC, whatever else I might need just to have with me. It's got like my medicine, my inhaler, my knickknacks, and then usually like the SP5 in there or something.
Yeah, and like we'll go. Just some things that you may want to think about having with you all the time. And plus EDC bag videos do great for whatever reason. I don't know why.
Or like I'll probably put up this hour as a clip on YouTube as bug out bag.
Okay.
Because if it's a uploaded clip, it can have guns in it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's so. It had smoke in it. It has Enola Gay smoke bombs in it.
100%. I have to try those.
They're fun. They burn for about 90 seconds. So they market them more for like photography.
Okay.
But they work well for other things, we'll say. I'll tell you one thing. If you ever want to scare the piss out of somebody, strike off a road flare and throw it at them.
What does that have to do with the smoke bomb?
Well, it's like a tangent to it, but because like you can buy road flares at Walmart for like $10.
Yeah.
But strike that thing off and throw it at them, man. People flip out. Like you're going to see a fat guy run real fast at that point.
I
Now,
think that might be some foreshadowing as
the
what's
whole
gonna,
time, but
some foreshadowing as to some clips that are going to come out of our meetup in April. Adrian just throwing road flares at me.
all right. So go to Telegram. I'll put a poll. Y'all let me know which video I'd rather go over. And I'm releasing the dates for the camp out on Thursday. The reason I'm waiting until Thursday because I'm getting a yes or no on something before I pick a date for something. So I'll release it on the day after Ash Wednesday. And one thing I want to challenge y'all on, especially with getting into Lent, consider taking on more fasting than you were initially intending to do. Right. In Lent, I usually fast on Fridays. Like I don't eat till 3 every Friday and I abstain. And usually what I eat, I usually go to the Knights of Columbus fish fry for it. And that's my meal for the day on Fridays because it helps support at our parishes. It helps support the seminarians is what the Knights collect money for that. But this year I'm taking on Wednesday as well. So I'm going to do Wednesday and Friday fasting and abstaining. And I challenge y'all to do the same thing. Pick something that's a little hard, right? Quit being a wuss. Be a man.
I'm really proud of my 7-year-old. So this weekend we were talking about how now that he's 7, he should think about giving up something for Lent because it's not something we've really required up to this point.
Yeah.
And I'm telling him how, it needs to be something that you enjoy, and the harder it is to give up, the better. So one of his favorite pastimes is playing Minecraft. It's like his thing. And he just right out of the blue, he goes, I'm going to give up Minecraft. I was like, wow, I thought you were going to say like Dr. Pepper or Tootsie Rolls or no, he went right to the one thing I thought for sure he would not ever choose.
Yeah.
So that was a proud of that.
Hopefully he didn't bite off more than he could chew. It doesn't become too hard. Like my boy's 9 and we got him a Yodo for Christmas. I don't know if y'all know what that is, but it's like a kid's radio type thing that you can put music and stuff on cards, right?
Yep.
And he just got it for Christmas. He's like, I'm gonna give up my Yodo. And I had to like step in, like, no, you're not. You're not giving that up because you just got it. And like you need to enjoy it. You need to give up something else. Right. And sometimes as a parent, you need to protect your kids from because they're gonna be passionate about it because they see you passionate about it.
Yeah.
And sometimes you gotta protect them from themselves from some things. And so like now for next year, he wants to go for it. Give it up. But like you just got this thing. Let's enjoy it for a little bit before we get rid of it. Let's choose something else. Like I have my 6-year-old girl, so what I've been focusing on her since she turned 6 last month was, up until now, she's kind of like when we do our rosary every day, we usually do our family rosary around 6:30 or 7 every day. And we had been doing it with like follow along on YouTube for a while for the kids.
Yeah.
Right. And that helps them. And sometimes it was just like one that it's got Gregorian chant and it does the prayers and we just follow along with it. And then we did the Father Patrick Peyton ones for a little bit. The kids love those.
Yeah.
I haven't seen those. The only downside to it is the cadence is a little off on the responses. So and they don't do the Fatima prayer on them, but the kids like that because it uses scenes from an old 50s movie about the life of Christ, basically.
Okay.
They love, and it's really, and it's honestly, I want to find what this movie is because they never show Christ's face the entire movie.
Really?
It's always the back of him, even as a child. Like so you can't personalize him, right? Which I think is fantastic. But now it's to the point where we do it. I might put some Gregorian chant on in the background and do the rosary. But it's, all my kids do a decade and I do the final decade. Right. And my littlest, she's going to be having first communion in a year. So for her, I've started telling like up till now, she basically just like kind of hangs out and like, she might do some of the prayers. She might not, right. Cause she doesn't really want to sit down long enough to do it. But I've challenged her for the next year. It's like, look, You need to start getting used to doing the whole rosary with us, doing all the responses, because you're going to be able to partake in the Eucharist in a year, and you need to prepare for that. And she's really, taking it on, and she lapses occasionally because she forgets and, whatever. We've got a puppy that's like running around and like trying to chew on everything while we're doing the rosary. But, but she's done better. And your kids need challenges. You hold them to a higher standard and they're going to try to meet it.
Yep.
If they think it's important to you, they're going to do it. So just don't be afraid to let your kids do hard things, because you're going to find out what kind of person they are when you do that as well. But like again, my challenge to y'all, take on something a little harder. Take another day of fasting this year for Lent. I know Rob's probably doing some type of devotion that'll be on the channel. It's always good.
Yep, going to do divine intimacy.
Nice. Are you going to do both the reading, like, because that has like 2, right?
I'm going to do the whatever it has for the day. So it's usually not too bad. It's like maybe 3 pages usually per day.
Yeah,
sometimes
it's not
4.
Yeah, the length isn't bad. It's usually got 2 different readings. That is sometimes there isn't a lot of continuity between them.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But if y'all don't have divine intimacy, you should get it. It's fantastic.
And that'll be good. Get the actual one that was written for the old calendar guys.
Yeah,
because they had to really bastardize it to get it to make it fit the new calendar, and it's just not the same.
No, Bronius Press does it, right?
Yeah,
they've got the really good one.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the one I got. They at our Fraternis chapter, there's a knighthood for Fraternis as well, and we have a guy who gives them out to all the new knights and Fraternis.
Wow!
So like,
they're not exactly a cheap book.
No, not at all. Like one year he gave out like 30 of them.
Wow!
Because he caught everybody up who had not got one already. But yeah, they're fantastic. Like the guy who is the co-editor of Sword and Spade magazine. If y'all haven't read, if you're not getting Sword and Spade magazine, you need to get that. But he goes to my parish. And he's always quoting from it all the time. And this is a guy who owns a mechanic shop. He's as blue collar as it comes. And he took over the mechanic shop from his dad. Him and his brother did. And they worked in it up until they did that. Right now they just manage it. Now all their sons work there, basically. But he swears by it, and he's always quoting from it. And I always get something good from it when he talks about it. So y'all should definitely pay attention to Rob doing those devotions. They'll definitely be a benefit to you in your spiritual life.
And please just watch them so it makes it feel like they're worth people are getting something out of them, because it's a lot of work for 40 days. I'm not gonna lie.
So like one thing I struggled with, especially doing this show, was like, when we moved from y'all's channel to our own channel, like a viewership cratered, right?
Yep.
And I'm okay with that, right? If we have like 5 people that watch it, get something out of it, and that helps them, I'm okay with it. Like, to be honest with you, it's just a time for me to hang out.
I got to show off how many guns tonight. That was awesome.
So it's a matter of like, it's just us hanging out. We get to invite other people to join with us if they want to. And then we have one guy who is not taffy telling me that I probably have flashbangs in my ADC bags. So it's fun. Why not?
Also is using road flares to torture animals.
He's definitely killed somebody and ate their skin before.
I was gonna say, that's some Ed Kemper stuff right there.
He does. He definitely has a really weird lamp in his house.
And it's just the one from A Christmas Story. Fragile.
All right. So join Telegram. I don't know. Have you put the link in for Telegram yet?
Well,
so I can't put the link. You can't put it on X?
Not really. If you want the link, DM Adrian or me on Twitter if you're watching on Twitter, or leave a comment on the YouTube version. Yeah, and I'll get it to you.
Yeah, we'll get it to you. Join Telegram. It was a good time over there. We talk we talk about a lot of good number of topics. We have intel going on over there. We post firearms and training and deals and all kinds of stuff over there. And sometimes we just go have a bunch of memes that get posted for a while. So it's a good time. Come join Telegram and check for Thursday. I will post the details for the camp out on Thursday in Telegram.
We can also put them. I don't know if we want to put them on the YouTube community page. Probably not, huh?
Let's leave it on Telegram because it's going to be a limited spaces available.
Good point.
We'll do that. All right, guys. We're going to get out of here, and we will see y'all next week.
On some day, we never know which.
We almost got pushed to the side by Anthony tonight.
Yeah, Anthony tried really hard today, guys.
Anthony really wanted to talk about e-girls. And
which is why he kind of did it in his truck for 6 minutes. We posted a clip of that.
Yeah. So one day next week we will be here.
One day.
Hopefully Monday. But if not, maybe Friday. We'll see.
You never know.
I'm sorry.